That was a quick find. Hey everybody, this is Ice and C. Remember how it said or I'll hate you for it, and I'm bringing you another 1 versus 1 ranked Dawn of War 2 Retribution commentary. And we're playing against Eldar. Wow, haven't played against them in a while, and it says that we're on an even match on Quest's Heresy. Now, for all intensive purposes, unless he goes for the Warp Spider Exarch, I think this is a fairly balanced map. Now, that aside, if he does go for that Warp Spider Exarch, he's just going to be able to get all over the place, caps all of my stuff. He can turn this easily into a point game, and I could possibly lose just based off of that. It's one of those things where when you play as Space Marine, you have to remember never to overreact and never to panic. Also, don't blunder into everything with a move, but yeah, the Warp Spider Exarch definitely giving him that early mobility that he can use. So it's, you know, if that's the case, I could easily be behind in points in the early game. Which is okay, you know, as a Space Marine that tends to happen a lot. So I mean, if you find yourself behind in points, don't panic, don't overreact. Just, you know, do what you do best. Get in there, get stuck in combat, take the map, hold the map, and kill everything that you see. I mean, I know that sounds kind of silly, but as a Space Marine, you know, your biggest advantage is reducing the enemy in numbers because everybody else already outnumbers you. There is not a single race that doesn't outnumber you. I mean, even Chaos, which are technically just supposed to be your like evil dark version, have like the heretic squads, which outnumber you, I think, like 8 to like 3. So something to keep in mind during this game, or while you're playing. And as you can see, I'm going for more of like an economic start to it instead of like a point start to it. I could have easily have ignored that and gone straight for like the center requisition point, which would have been good for me. But you know what? I decided against that because sometimes getting that initial victory point going is pretty crucial. I mean, you'd be surprised how many points you can save just by just getting that first one. So, okay, whew. I don't know what that ability is called, but I've faced it many times. I've actually, one of the first problems that I came into whenever I started to play Dawn of War 2 Retribution, and it was roughly about a year or so ago. One of the first things that I ran into, the issues was I didn't know how to play against Eldar as Space Marines, because Eldar are incredibly powerful, and they're incredibly fast at the same time too. I mean, their defense is a little on the weak side, so I mean, you know, you shoot them, they'll die. But it took me a very long while to figure out how to play against them. And now that I've kind of figured it out, it's like, you know, it's one of my best matchups. But yeah, there used to be all of the what's it called, Eldar players on here. I mean, I'm talking a ton of Eldar players. So we got a free Guardian squad, and possibly at the cost of Diomedes. Yep, we lost Diomedes. But as you can obviously see, that the Guardian squad that we took out did indeed have the upgrades for them, so it was worth it. We're gonna wait until he's the cheapest to buy back. I'm sorry, Diomedes, I love you, but I'm not gonna spend an arm and a leg getting you back. My dedicated meat shield. And one of the strategies that I found out was a really good one against the Eldar is to get assault Space Marines. And I know that sounds silly, I mean, you always try it. I'm not. It sounds silly, but always try and get Assault Space Marines against the Eldar. And the reason why you do that is because the Eldar, again, they're flimsy. They don't have very much defense. They have a lot of attack and a lot of speed. And you can get those assault Marines in there, and if you support them as long as you support them, they will just absolutely chew through Banshees. They will tie up Guardians who are bad at melee, just bad. And they will, you know, they're okay versus their dedicated melee heroes and whatnot. But, you know, because the Eldar just, they don't have that much defense. They are paper thin, and as Diomedes always says, snap like a stem. So, and you can see that he's going for a lot of Banshees here. So we're going to back up, get our Assault Marines in here, and lag a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. I certainly hope this doesn't mess up my gameplay. But, yeah. Letting those tacticals, you know, just unload their bolts into this these. Bloody heck! What is going on right now? Uh-oh. We are witnessing some technical difficulties here. Oh, nope, wrong way. That way, Diomedes. No, we don't need you marching off the map. So he's going to get one of my power generators. This is fairly common enough for you to see, especially when he went for so many early Banshees. And fortunately, we're going to go ahead and push him back, and we're going to keep holding. We're not going to be able to really take too many models off of him. Uh-oh. And he quits. That's hilarious.
What's up, bro?
Hey, Dan. That's my friend Dan. Anyway.
Bitch, you got ninja.
Yeah. Well, that game ended fairly abruptly and without much events. So what he did wrong, he lost the Guardians early at first, and then he went for double Banshee. And then when he realized that really wasn't going to pan out for him, I guess he just decided to call it early and left the game.
Yeah, man, play triple Guardian, get grenades.
So anyway, this is IceNC and my friend Eddie Noise. And remember how it said, or I'll hate you for it, and I will catch you guys later.